the floor is engineered German engineering. So it is built for athletes first and foremost as a safe and elastic and sustainable flooring for competitive sports at the elite level. That's first and foremost, like the player experience. And we're a glass company. So it's from a player experience. It's the first time they're also playing on glass because they're probably used to playing on the streets or cement or gymnasium courts. So player experience, a fan experience is a given because there's so much cool content that you could do on the court. And then from a coaching experience as well, it gives the coaches some tools to do some X's and O's on an iPad in real life on the floor. But we realize that in order for this to work, we've got to make sure the arena likes this and it's easy to move in. We got to make sure that the teams are able to play on this, and we got to make sure that the media also likes it and it looks good on TV cameras.
Yeah.
So the floor is actually a metal structure with LED tiles that are being held by the aluminum or the metal structure. And then on top of that is this thin piece of glass. That is two pieces of glass that are fused together. And the secret sauce is in the glass because there's a resin in there, and there's a top surface that is finished also with this resin and these little dots that are burnt in that allows the players to feel like they're playing on a hardwood. You're going to hear the same screeches and the sneaker screeches of a hardwood court. The ball bounces in the same way that you're going to feel on a hardwood court. And then the engineering wise, there's a contraption underneath. There's some airflow because LED tiles give off heat naturally. We've got an airflow system that's underneath that always keeps it cool and the air circulation underneath the court. And in addition to that, we have temperature sensors underneath the court. So we're constantly monitoring the heat underneath the court. But on the playing surface, you don't feel that heat because all the heat is all dissipating from underneath.
Right. But best part is, the additional part to your question also is, what happens to the condensation, the sweat, to all that kind of stuff is because of the heat of the LEDs. You also have the advantage of that which is not very hot, but the advantage of it, if you do sweat on the court, it actually evaporates pretty quickly. So as opposed to wooden courts or anything like that, where you have to go over and wipe off the sweat, this stuff is pretty cool. You go on there within a couple of seconds, the sweat basically evaporates and it's a dry court again. So I think that's kind of a cool thing and one of the many features the court has.
Y'all really have thought of everything, huh?